Hey, and welcome to episode 34 of the Hope of Mum and Dad podcast. I'm Becky and this is Fuzz, and this is our podcast all about infertility, fertility awareness, and our experience with IVF and trying for a baby.
So there's loads of people out there that want to start a family and similar to us in that they can't conceive naturally and need a little bit of help. That could be anything from a low count to egg things, loads of stuff. And there are other people out there who are, that do surrogacy, egg donation, adoption, all kinds of stuff. We're into all of it, starting a family when it's not going to plan. And just a quick little recap for us. Obviously this is episode number 34. We've got loads of other episodes before, which you are free to go and delve into afterwards, but stick around for a bit. But basically our story is that we were trying to conceive naturally. 2000, well, I get the dates wrong, so Becky, I won't tell you the dates, but we were trying to conceive naturally.
It's been over 3 years now.
It's been over 3 years trying to conceive naturally. Didn't happen. Doctors, investigations, found out I've got a low count. Waiting. Almost literally a week away from going in. And then coronavirus hit. And then waiting. And yeah, all kinds of.
And now we're actual, real, bona fide patients of the Fertility Institute. And we are currently having appointments, although we're just plodding along, still not at the injection phase or starting a cycle phase yet. So we're waiting for that impatiently. And yeah, this week, Fuzz, we'll talk about a bit later, his appointment, our appointment.
Yes, this week's, we basically, not every week we have an actual progression with our, IVF stuff. But this week I went for a scan, ultrasound, and yeah, that's like a little bit of an update with our IVF story. But before we get into that, we can talk a little bit about
one more thing.
Becky's little Columbo moment. A little bit normal life stuff basically, because a lot of IVF is hanging around and waiting. And not much going on.
I've shared that with people lately as well, friends on Instagram and on social media and stuff. It is a really difficult thing to wait for, and it's hard anyway, but in a pandemic it's a little bit harder because you can't do all the normal things you usually do, and you can't see all the people who would normally be there to support you and distract you and keep you a bit sane, really. So I mean, we've been trying our best to keep busy, haven't we? Last week you were doing your DIY and fixing up the podcast area. This week we've been in the garden because spring is coming. Yay!
Yeah, spring is coming.
And the nights are getting lighter. So we've been doing a bit of gardening.
Yeah, and I've been a bit rubbish with my fitness. I haven't really been doing too much. I think, I'm still just a bit fed up with everything. Everything's just getting... It's just a bit much, really. Like this, I don't know. I hate sounding like I'm having a pity party, but like I'm feeling quite apathetic in general. I've done quite a lot, mine. And I'm still exercising. I'm just not doing my 10k runs every day and 80-kilometer bike rides and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I haven't run for weeks and weeks.
But we were really good and doing loads of stuff. But then when the ice came in. And I almost died, not from the ice, but from something else. But then the ice came as well. I thought, I'll just take it easy for a bit because, I'm 33.
Soon to be 34.
Yeah. And, your body needs time to recover the older you get and stuff. So,
I love how you always clarify with me your age.
I can't remember my age.
Yeah.
I'm 30-something. But yeah, things are slowly getting better. I feel a bit better now that I got the podcast studio kind of underway. I've had lots of help from other people. The room, because we live in a small terraced house, and I've got far too many rooms for business stuff, which Becky hates. But it's what I have to do because I can't afford to rent an office. And even if I did, it'd take so much time and energy and money and stuff. we got to make it work. Basically, we've got a small house, and I'm my own business, and I've got to have equipment and bits and pieces. And so we're trying to be smart. So we made some storage things and bits, and like adapted some IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of worked out well. It's just taken ages, but it's cool because I've like learned a bit as I've gone along.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of things that like cabinets. I'm using these like little grippets, which are cool. They're like little. They go if you live in a new house that's been built in the last 10 years. They're really good for you guys too because like, basically everything's plasterboard now.
Any hollow walls.
It's all hollow walls and plasterboard and band. So you drill a hole and then put these like grippets in, turn a thing, and they kind of go through the gap.
Mm-hmm.
Pull little wings out and then clamp to the plasterboard, and it's
grippets give you wings.
Yeah, but because our house is like brick and mortar,
except for this annoying bit that we have.
It was like I got it all ready to go, and then the grippets wouldn't fit. So not only I couldn't just undo the work, I couldn't just like put it in with a raw plug because there was a gap. There was a huge hole. It was a nightmare basically. But big shout out to Todd, my favourite Australian at the moment.
And that's been okay because restrictions have started to ease in Wales. We're really lucky. If you're not living in Wales, we're all in lockdown still, but the restrictions are slowly starting to ease. So we've been able to meet small numbers of people.
You allow people in your garden now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a fire with Sir Baker-Lot. Gareth
First
Baker.
Fire of the year.
Trying to think of more funny names for Baker.
In a fire pit, like a chimney, not like setting fires. We're not arsonists.
We weren't in the fire pit.
Yeah.
We weren't like,
So that was fun.
Yeah.
In our lovely new
keep
garden.
Quiet all the time. I keep shutting up to let you talk, and you just stare at me in silence. It's the worst.
And we were able to enjoy our new plants because we got bamboo, we got eucalyptus, we got that horrible palm that you've always wanted. I say horrible because when I was digging it and repotting it, it poked me in the eye.
Yeah, maybe you should stop talking shit about it. And you would like.
I'm only talking like that about it because it nearly blinded me.
It didn't nearly blind you.
You went there.
Well, put glasses on then. Put a
I
helmet
will
on
next time. If we ever have kids, we will have to move that plant. It's dangerous.
Yeah. I'm not joking. If I was messing around with trees and bushes and brambles and that, I'd put my safety glasses on.
Yeah, I will now. Shish.
You're over there.
Speaking about eyes, you asked me for whispers. A few weeks ago, we had our eyes tested, and I have heard from a friend about Glasses Direct, which has been quite good. This is not an advert. I'm just telling you about this experience, which I haven't finished yet, but they're a really cool website. They let you select 4 pairs of glasses that you like from their website.
John numbers.
And then they post them to you pretty much within a day or two, and then you get to try them on. They're not prescription yet. You try on the different frames, decide which ones you like, and if you don't like them, you send them back, and then you can order the ones you do like. So I tried on 4 pairs of glasses, liked some of them. 2 out of 4 were good, but I need to order some more to try some more frames, because I feel like my eyes are getting really tired. Like anyone watching on YouTube might notice I'm rubbing them a lot. Like we do film after work in the evening, so I am tired anyway, but I feel like my eyes are messing me up a bit.
And I had mine then, and I'm not long-sighted or short-sighted, but I've got a tiny, like before I went, like years and years ago, I had a little half a point. It was like not even, they were like, we wouldn't even recommend you wearing glasses for this. And it's got a little bit worse, but he said like, you don't need to wear glasses, but if you did, it might make it's like I can see things in a distance and I can see things close up. It's the in the middle one, and it just makes I don't know, but basically it kind of I tried them on and it didn't make much difference. Made a tiny little bit of difference.
I think these kind of things don't make much difference visibly to you and me based on our vision. Like I've always been able to see, but whenever you put my glasses on, you're like, whoa, like you can't see.
But when you put them on, are you like, wow, I'm in like Avatar and like a 3D world and everything's clear?
I think my eyes just relax. I think my eyes are just really overworked. They have to work really hard to be able to see clearly.
That's a good way of putting it. That's I've not really wrapped my head around that, but that kind of makes sense because I'm always
Well, if you think about your eyes like a camera lens, like, and they're on autofocus all the time, focusing on what's ever in front of them. Whenever your camera is on autofocus, you can physically hear the camera working.
No, if it's a good camera.
Well, I can hear
if
you.
Canon want to give me an R5, I'll take one. But
yeah, but you can hear the autofocus working, and it goes, and that's it working hard to get the picture right. That's what our eyes are doing all the time. And so if you
maybe, how does it make him less tired though?
Well, by taking away the need to focus everything.
No, but you still got. If you got glasses on and you look in the distance, you look close up, you still have to focus.
I don't know.
It does something though.
It stops them having to work so hard, basically.
Stop working.
So I need to wear mine more often, and I'm getting a frown mark. It's a bit vain, but I'm getting a frown mark because
I get that too.
Because I frown when I concentrate or read, so that's not good.
Still got the mullet.
You still got your mullet.
It's not a mullet, but when I put a hat on, it looks like one. And hopefully, Scotty Wilcox might be telling me about a barber shop to go to.
Cool. Yeah, because barbers are allowed now.
Yeah.
And I need to book an appointment for Easter because you've been trimming my hair. I don't think Lisa will be too happy about the look of my hair.
No. But send it to me. There's nothing wrong with my work.
It's wonky, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's probably been cut more frequently than normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is our personal life. Well, all of this is our personal life, but what's been going on outside IVF?
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
So IVF stuff. I went in for my ultrasound
at Landoc.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Landoc.
Yeah, I went for my ultrasound in Llandoch, and they scanned me, put a bit of jelly on. Yeah, it was warm. She said it's warmed up. I was like, oh, thank you. When you had your scan, did you have it warm? Or was the jelly freezing
when I
cold?
had my one at Landoc in summer last year, that was a scan one. It was called jelly,
But that's mine warm. Like, I mean, how do they warm it up? Like,
the difference is if a woman's having an ultrasound on external one, then your abdomen is less sensitive than a pair of testicles.
Your balls. If your balls get cold, they'll shrivel up.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why. Or maybe she's just being kind because she knows they're sensitive.
Yeah, but how do they warm them? Got a little
in their
warmer.
hands?
No, it was like. It was warm.
Yeah. It was warm.
Yeah.
Maybe
but that's probably why they do it though, because if
maybe they've got a machine, a pot.
So that was all right. I had.
You told me she didn't just scan your testicles though.
She scanned my testicles, and then also like on my lower abdomen on the front because there's some tubes that go. So like on if you sort of
on your pubis.
Yeah, like you just put, if you imagine where your belt would be, guys' belts,
pelvis.
You just kind of, if you undid your belt and just pulled it down the width of the belt by there, because there's some tubes that like, there's some tubes connected to stuff there, for something, I don't know. And then she also checked my kidneys as well. Oh, apparently I got a varicose vein, like very mild to mild varicose veins on my balls, which it can happen. It's fine. Doesn't affect stuff. They said like sometimes 16-year-old guys go in there and they have severe ones, but they leave them. It doesn't make a difference. Like,
that's interesting. You didn't say that the other day when we came
forgot.
out.
Yeah, she just said it's really mild. It's like a really small thing, but there was nothing different about it.
Well, I was gonna say that on the documentary I watched, I can't remember what it's called again, on BBC. And it's about the fella from Love Island and his brother who ended up having his ball. The Love Island fella said it's normal to check your balls, you have to do it. And then following that, his brother checked his balls and found out that he had cancer. But one of the other one that didn't have cancer, he went to see this specialist, an andrologist / urologist, and they had some kind of varicose on their testicles, variole, or I don't know what. I'm sure it began with V, but I didn't think it was a varicose vein.
Yeah, but she just said it like
It's common.
Yeah, common-ish.
So, well, that'll be interesting because I'm sure the consultant will talk to us about that next week when we see them on Tuesday.
But again, I don't, even though it won't make a difference to our treatment plan. So I'm like, cool story. Let's just
move
get
on.
this kid in here and like we can talk about all this afterwards. But it was they were thorough and they checked me out and she said, there was nothing bad or anything to worry about, which was cool.
Yeah.
And the kidneys was a specific test that the urologist asked for. Something to do with, I don't know, but basically that's the annoying thing about these like ultrasounds and stuff, because they take the information and they pass it on to the guy.
Yeah.
Or when I say guy, could be woman, I'm not saying the man, I'm saying
the next person.
Yeah. But so it's a bit annoying really, because they don't really tell you much today.
No.
So we've got to wait now another week for
those results.
Yeah, and also we need
still waiting on DNA.
Yeah, the Y chromosome test, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It is the Y chromosome.
Yeah.
Again, which won't make any difference. It just means it won't make any difference to our treatment plan either way. So let's go.
Let's go.
Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah. So that's frustrating. We over anticipated how long it would take to park at the hospital as well. Like, this hospital is notorious for bad parking, but they've expanded. Every time we've been there, they seem to be building something.
I don't know.
And then we got trapped in the car park.
I don't think they've expanded that much. It's always a pain to park there.
Yeah, but we got trapped in the car park trying to get out.
And Becky was like, "Pretend you're a car,"
because we had to go down the carway, not the.
So I was like, "I'm creeping. I'm an electric car." Like, pretend you're a car. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Because I was just that. I guess I forget I'm not with children
got
sometimes.
The best way of saying things. It's like when they do those tests, they say like, if I'm going to thing, I would, and like someone would say, I don't know, if I'm going to the leisure centre, I'm going, and then you have to say the sentence, and it'll be like, going swimming. Becky will come up with the weirdest way to say stuff, like, play underwater, or like just, what was it you said the other day? No, it's gone. But you come out with some
things every day.
You come out with some bangers, like some absolute classics. That was it. I said, we've got our little pill jars for our supplements and things. And I said, and I just picked them up to see, like, have you taken yours? And she went, I ate mine. And I was like,
that's what I did.
I know, but you don't eat tablets. You take tablets.
Okay, well, you're just getting a bit pedantic over there. I ingested them. Do you want me to say that instead?
It's just different. Like, I wouldn't say that. I don't know anyone. I ate my tablets.
I'm just a bit weird when I speak. It's fine.
Any whispers this week? Have we got any whispers?
Yeah. I think there's more than one whisper that was in my head, and now I've forgotten one of them. No Sheila whispers.
No Sheila whispers this week.
Hi, Mum. Yeah. Oh, I know. I've been shopping. This is the debut of my new jumper.
Who are you wearing?
Obviously, Marks and Spencer's. My mum would be proud. For anyone not watching, it is a bubblegum pink jumper, knitted and very warm and cozy. Would you describe it that way?
Has it got white flecks in it as well?
Yeah, it's got little white flecks in it. Some would describe it as marl in the fashion world.
It's like, it's the type of material that the old submarine people used to wear. And
it's got balloon sleeves. It's nice and comfy. What's the
point in balloon sleeves?
Look, well, they just look different. They're for people with arms that go wide at the end. It's just a fashion thing. Except, I don't know. I bought some clothes, to go back to work and look smart.
And every time
like this one. For
you always say, I need more clothes. And I go, I've just got paid from something. Obviously not at the moment because the world's weird, but in general, you go, I don't have any clothes. And I go, let's buy some clothes for you.
Yeah.
And you go, no, it's not the right time. Mercury's like halfway around Saturn.
No, it's just that we go to the shops and I don't. It's a classic thing. People know this. When you don't have any money to spend, you see loads of things that you'd want to buy, that you'd wear, that you'd like, or things that you want, just desire or need. But when you do have the money and you do go shopping, you never see anything you like. And you're always like, why didn't you buy anything? I said I would take you on a shopping spree, which is a really nice gesture. Then you get annoyed at me because I can't find anything I like.
Because you don't buy anything. Yeah. And then you complain that you don't have anything. And if you don't buy anything, you won't have anything.
Yeah, but I'm not just going to buy something for the sake of it to not wear it because I don't like it. That's not sensible, is it?
Don't like it.
You've got more clothes than me anyway.
But to be fair, most of them are band t-shirts because I don't collect records.
Too many t-shirts.
I collect band t-shirts.
Too many t-shirts in the wardrobe. Too many t-shirts.
You say teachers. Too many teachers in the wardrobe.
There's not too many teachers in the wardrobe.
So other whispers, we are in the process of...
IVF? That's not a whisper.
It's not a whisper, no.
It's the most public thing ever.
No, we were... my haircut, if you're watching on YouTube, I look like a cross between Wurzel Gummidge and... No, I look like Wurzel Gummidge. I look like the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz. It's just too much, too thick. Still didn't get my haircut.
I still wish I had your hair.
What do you mean?
Well, it's so thick and luscious.
Yeah, but...
And it's a lovely colour.
But barbers, here's the deal, right? Barbers, you go into a barber shop, and most of them, they charge like 20 quid, right? And it's just like, off you go. Like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot of cash in barbering, right?
Yeah.
I go in, and I'm like a bit different, because I'm not just short back and sides, because my hair's so thick, it looks weird. If I have a short back and sides, it just goes all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you just thin it out with scissors and maybe take the backs and sides down with the clippers, fade it in. And they're like,
yeah.
And it's like short straws, like, it's like, I'm going to go and break and stuff. I hate it.
Yeah, we were talking in work today about hairdressing.
I cut my own hair and I've done
my friend, her husband went to the barber and it was £25. That is a lot for a men's haircut.
Most guys,
and I said I hope they gave him a beer for that.
Yeah, most guys, if they haven't got like annoying, longish, weird hair like me, they literally they'll fade they'll do the sides, fade it in, chop the top, as in comb, scissors across.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah. But I cut my own hair and I did a pretty good job. Granted, it took me like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because
I was like, it was like Photoshop in real life, as in layer, feather, layer, feather, layer, feather. How does it sit? Oh, it's a bit bulky here, so I'll take some out. And I did all right, but
not at the back.
No, the problem is that I couldn't control the shave on the back. But if I could get you to fade the backs and sides, then I could cut the rest.
Yeah,
it's tricky. And then, I used to get my mate Scott to cut my hair, and he was good, but it's just getting him to do it.
Hopefully I'll go next week for a haircut, but I need to ring them, sort that out.
I wish I could just, I need a haircut, and it's so annoying, like people,
Other school whispers that we were talking and laughing about the other day is, I was reading a story in class, and I was pausing to ask them about the text. How is this character feeling? And they were like, angry. And I said, how do you know? And they were like, he's got a temper. And this little girl piped up and she was like, I've got a bad temperature. We were like, no, you haven't got a temperature. That's so now every time
Becky's angry, I'm like, whoa, you've got a really bad temperature today.
Bless her.
And she's like,
I love little misconceptions like that when people think.
I thought that you were going to talk about a book like Little Miss.
No, it was a novel we were talking about.
No, when you said it like that, I thought you meant like the Little Miss books.
No.
I loved Little Miss.
Little Miss Chatbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you ever think about like if we do finally get pregnant and have a kid, who it'd be like?
Who it would be like? You or me?
I
think it would be like both of us combined. Hopefully the best
bits.
The
worst of both worlds.
No, the best bits.
He'd be like, I've just eaten my tablets. It'd just be like, if it was like me, it'd just be walking around like asking you where everything is because I can never
Yeah.
find anything.
Yeah.
And if it's like you, it'll just be like saying weird things all the time, like I've just eaten my tablets and like
Sleepwalking.
Oh god, I
Ah,
have to put a tracker on it.
tracker on your kids.
It sleepwalks. It's not a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think it's legal though.
if restrictions do open up and we are allowed to travel, I don't know if we're allowed to travel to see a memory.
No, not at the moment.
I think
Sadly.
didn't they say like about potential like opening up travel to Wales, which is annoying because
No, Wales is closed for Easter. So within Wales over Easter, I think from Saturday coming, which is around the 20.
just hang on. What remember like the day that we released this might be
Oh, it might be Saturday last.
yeah
Yeah.
because we're trying to be a little bit good and
So it'd be Saturday last.
we're
just gone.
We're ahead of schedule if this goes to plan.
Yeah. Then restrictions have lifted and we're allowed to travel around Wales and stay within what's it called? Not confined accommodation, but
like self-contained.
self-contained units like Airbnbs.
So
and
they're not
stuff.
letting camping.
I don't think camping's allowed now.
No, because of the communal areas.
Probably, yeah.
It's not gonna be that warm for a bit though, is it? I went
No.
out and it was mega fresh. Like it was
Mega fresh.
Mega fresh. It was really warm in the day, like really warm.
Yeah.
And then I went out in the night and it was like my hands were numb. Yeah. So
I taught my kids to play rounders last week as well.
do they not know how to play rounders?
I mean, some of them had played it before.
Yeah.
Some of them. And some of them go to cricket club, but not at the moment. But they're only 7 and 8, aren't they? So
Rounders was amazing.
they might have played it on camping trips or holidays with their family, but they've not really played it in
primary
school
school, or there were a few accidents where people would hit it and then throw the bat, and it was usually the girls. So like all these people are just broken, like from girls throwing bats at them.
I keep distance between them, obviously, because of COVID as well. Yeah, so in other whispers, Fuzz also used to go to the school that I work in. He was a pupil there many years ago. And I was speaking to some of the teachers that are still there now about whether they remember him and stuff. And one of them was in reception when you were in year 2, she thinks. But she can't remember you yet. I was like, I think I need to bring you a photo of what he looked like when he was young.
Yeah.
Little critter.
Little me in my like, muscle shit outfit.
Yeah. And your hair's changed so much since then because you were a real red. What?
What's that Australian TV show with Jonah?
Summer Heights High.
Yeah, he's like, hi, he's a orangutan. Remember?
No.
They were like picking on the redhead kid, and he was like, "Why'd you pick on him?" And he's like, "Oh, because he's a orangutan, like an orangutan."
Oh God, so bad. But yeah, your hair used to be like quite
like
red.
guacamole,
quite red, and now it's auburn.
My mum used to say auburn all the time, and I was like, "Mum, I have ginger hair."
You're not anymore.
The kids know it. I know it. Just stop living this lie.
Did you get bullied at school because of your hair?
Obviously.
It doesn't happen as much anymore, if at all.
What? Like a ginger kid would go past and people would be like, I love your hair. I
No,
love the colour of your hair.
Actually, today we were doing compliments for each other and someone said they loved their friend's red hair. And I've taught 2 really red-headed kids in 3 consecutive years, and there wasn't any carrot top, ginger, none of that. None at all.
Well, I had
but people are dyeing their hair red now, aren't they? So maybe it's because it's more popular
I don't know.
than when we were kids.
It is weird. It's not like full on ginger, is it? It's like
No, but when you were little, it was.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I'd love hair colour your colour.
It's nice, that.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
So I think we'll keep it short and sweet this week because again we've got nothing else really to talk about other than my
maybe
ultrasound.
next week we'll have more news. Who knows?
Well, the next episode we would have had our
in next week's episode.
previously on Hope Mum and Dad.
In next week's episode, we might speak to Mr. Parker, my brother.
Yeah, and we might have some news from the like I got a consultation with the urologist to tie up all the tests and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if my DNA test is back by then the next appointment will probably be to make an appointment.
Yeah.
It's all appointments for appointments, isn't it?
Appointments for appointments to make appointments.
So yeah, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to think, oh, well, maybe if this happened and that happened, then we could do this, or
Because we've done that already.
just yeah.
Doesn't work out.
Yeah. So we will catch you next time.
Off for a walk.